I've never had like acne at all growing up. Ever. Ever.
Even in high school?
Even in high school. Like, I wake up and it's like within seconds I'm like halfway across the house and I have no idea what happened, but I'm just like panicked. So I'm like,
I'll go gluten-free with you.
what? You've never told me that.
Like for main meals and stuff.
Whatever.
When I cook, I will, for sure.
Finally meet you.
I know, we're so excited.
We have been very excited for this, so thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah, of course. Okay, so tell me, how did you guys find me? How did you find out about me?
Tara Thurston.
I think it was Tara Thurston.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. It's this crazy world where we're all connected through social media and
Yeah.
you never know like who finds who how, so I always like to ask just because I find it fascinating.
Yeah,
But
Exactly.
who is brave enough to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, awesome. I have a couple of questions for you first.
Okay.
Before we dive in, just so I can kind of know like what's been going on with you.
Totally.
Dallin, what do you want to see most from your scan?
Definitely what I should be eating. I've never had like acne at all growing up. Ever. Ever.
Even in high school?
Even in high school, like maybe one zit my whole growing up life. And then after we got married, I started getting some breakouts and I've tried everything. And so I'm just like, maybe it's my diet, I don't know. But I haven't really changed it. So I'm like, maybe I'm allergic to something that's, I don't know. I'm just trying to find some answers for that, but then also just how to like find everything else about this, so.
So you're totally on the right track. When there's something going on with your skin, it's all internal.
Okay.
Our skin is our biggest organ, so if there's inflammation or toxicity on the inside, it'll try to go out there first. So, so many people put topical things on their acne, but they're not addressing the root cause. It's just kind of covering it up.
Yeah.
So, we'll see if we can get you some answers as to what's going on, like internally, probably your gut health as to why you're feeling like you're struggling with that.
Perfect.
How much water do you drink a day?
Not enough. I definitely try, I think every once in a while I'll go through like these little spurts where I'm like, oh, I gotta drink a ton, and then I downgrade a little bit. But I definitely think I drink at least
You drink at least 232 ounces.
232 ounces.
I mean, with everything else too, like, I'm sure you have like cups of water here and there, so you're probably close to like 80 ounces.
Okay.
Are you doing any caffeine?
Any what?
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Oh, no. I don't really drink caffeine, no.
You don't do soda, energy drinks, all
Yeah,
that?
no. Once every blue moon, if I have a headache, I'll drink a Diet Coke or something.
Do you have any complaints about your gut? Do you feel like bloated after you eat, or do you have like pain or anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely feel bloated.
Have you been able to pinpoint like certain foods, or is it just at random?
Not that I've pinpointed, no. I just don't think I've put like the mind. I've got a boy mind. I'm just like, it'll go away.
I know. I always refer like it's like men are monster trucks and women are Ferraris. There's any tiny thing that is off with women, like it throws the whole system off.
Yep.
But men, they just power through until something stops them in their tracks.
Exactly.
They have to address it.
So true. So, since we just got our hair scans back, we wanted to talk to you guys and explain a little bit more about what our hair scans even like meant or said, because we only got a little bit of footage about when she was like explaining it to us. Then
we'd be able to film a little more.
Yeah, I just figured it'd be a little bit easier to explain everything after the fact, because it just seems
more
easier.
personal. We can tell you exactly what it meant.
Yeah, instead of just like listening to her talk. So do you want to go over yours first? Or
because I even had to like focus in after and like look at my notes and see what she said. So
yeah, there was just so much information, so we're like, if we just do a recap, it's gonna be a lot easier to understand.
So if you haven't seen our Instagrams, on our Instagrams we posted about this. We got a hair analysis done. So we pulled our hair and sent it to this girl, and she scanned our hair and tells us what we can eat, or according to our body, like what our bodies can eat, what it can't.
What we need in our body.
What vitamins we need. Any like diseases, molds, like, funguses, parasites. Yeah. She has a parasite, I don't. And then it also says like I have to go gluten-free.
Yeah. So let's just start from the whole beginning of your thing, right? Then you guys can really hear all the details in one thing.
Okay, so first of all, it tells you like the top 10 foods that you should stay away from according to your hair scan. Mine are a little bit shocking. I'm not
He
gonna
has
lie.
a hard list of things to follow.
I thought I eat pretty freaking healthy, so I was like, but that doesn't really have to play in. It just says what foods like inflame your body and stuff. Mine was chocolate, wheat, cauliflower, garlic. Just those 4 alone. Like chocolate's not healthy, but the other 3 are so healthy.
And we eat a lot of.
Yeah, and we eat a lot of millet, pork, avocado, herring, figs, and lentils.
So that's a hard thing to
So for the next
follow.
90 days, that is my no list. And garlic is hard because garlic's in
A lot.
everything, seasonings.
Yeah, so many seasonings. So
Crazy. So, and then it also says like what systems in your body are like lacking and need help.
yeah.
Like gut health, hormonal health,
So those are your
adrenals, and emotions. Those are mine.
yeah.
So,
So and
kinda crazy.
adrenals are what again?
Adrenals are like, from what I understand, like what makes you anxious.
Yeah.
Let's just look it up really quick. Okay, so it says your adrenals, they produce hormones and regulate metabolism. So that was a big one in mine that wasn't working very well. I've
Which
been
is
super
interesting.
stressed lately, but I didn't realize I was that stressed. She told me that my hair scan said that I look in just a stress ball.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy to hear.
Which
but-
I've told you before, but you're like, whatever, I'm not that stressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, guess my body says otherwise.
Yeah.
It's wearing and tearing.
It's true.
So, and then Liz will tell you yours, but then if you can see, it's like just like pages of information, and it says like what vitamins you're low in and then a description, and what foods you're low in and a description. So super
Yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. So my food restrictions for the next 90 days are wine, which I don't even drink wine anyways, so easy for me. Wild rice, don't really eat. Olives, I love, but I don't really eat a whole ton of olives. Eggs, I eat actually eggs quite a bit. Cantaloupe, that's like my favorite fruit ever. It's so good. So that's a hard one. Poppy seeds, don't really eat very often. Beets, don't really eat. Venison, don't really know what that is. Cheese,
Deer meat.
oh it is. Ugh, yeah, I don't really eat that. I don't think I've ever have. And then cheese is a hard one for me actually. I didn't realize how much stuff has cheese. And then rhubarb, which I never eat. So mine is a lot easier than Dallin's. Cheese and eggs are like my hardest ones. And
I thought
cantaloupe.
she was gonna have to go gluten-free, not me.
Yes, I'm shocked.
So any of you gluten-free people, I am struggling. So
Give all your foods that you
give
love.
your foods where you shop, any apps, like if I can scan something to see if it's gluten-free or not, because sometimes it's hard to tell. Let me know what apps you use.
She suggested one for you that you've been liking.
She did suggest, it doesn't really work.
Oh,
So
on the
I'll say
foods
that.
you've scanned.
Yeah. So she did suggest one app for me, but I can't
Figure it out.
figure it out because everything I scan, it says error. That puts me in a bigger hole. But if you have any suggestions, help. Hopefully this will make us feel better. I know we're tired a lot.
Yeah, unmotivated. I've had a lot of brain fog and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Hopefully this will help and wake us up a little bit.
Yeah. So my systems in my body that needed a lot more help was my sugar metabolism. I eat sugar like a lot. That could be a reason I'm getting acne, but I'll not finish my like proteins for dinner or whatever, and I'll just go straight to dessert. So that's something that she told me I need to work on, is eating a full meal with protein before I eat any type of sugar, so that my sugar doesn't spike and then drop down and then spike and then drop down. Protein synthesis means I should eat more protein, right?
If you want to know how our dinners go, it's usually Liz taking 2 bites of her meal and then be like, I'm full. And then after I eat her meal, she's like, so do you want to go get an ice cream cone or something? Or
Seriously.
I'm like, Alyssa, no.
So yes, I don't eat a lot of protein, which I need to be. I mean, I eat protein, but I need to like finish my meals. And then gut and intestinal problems, and then hormones. So I'm not surprised by the hormones because I have a lot of hormonal acne. So she gave us a list of like personal immune system support indicators. So the ones that are green are ones I need to work on. You guys can even see that. I don't know.
It's just a chart and some are highlighted.
Yeah, so it says my total value was 100, which is bad because anything above 35 is bad.
So this is about her immune system. Did you guys see that?
I think so, yeah. I said,
So
yeah.
yeah, both of our immune systems are
not the best.
shocked.
I have a lot of vitamins I should be taking that I'm like low on and stuff. And then I also have a Parasite, and it talks about I have toxic metals, which can be from like being on your phone too much, soda. What else did she say? My Apple Watch, my AirPods, computer. I a lot of times sleep with my phone like really close to me. So she said not to do that anymore. So I've been working on that. And she said I need to do more grounding, which when I was like, what, that's like a real thing. And then she explained it and I was like, oh, that actually makes more sense, because I really didn't understand why people did grounding, but now I understand. So I've been walking outside more barefoot recently. And apparently Dallin showed that he does a lot of grounding, so he does go play with Odin outside quite a bit.
I am well grounded.
He is.
Basically, it goes through all of your vitamins that you need and the things that you're lacking, your fatty acids, whatever. And then at the end, on page 29, I've looked at it quite a bit, it says what foods you should be eating. So I'll read you some of mine really quick. So it says like the top vitamins or types of like categories that you need more in, and then what foods have that vitamin in it that you should be eating. So it looks a little bit like this. It has the vitamin and then what foods, all those are foods that you should be eating. So like for the first one, it says baleen, I don't know if I said that right, but in that category is like dairy products, eggs, chickpeas, peanuts, almonds, stuff like that. And then it just goes down the list. So that's super helpful, so you don't feel like absolutely left. So that's super helpful, so you're not like left to defend yourself for the next 90 days. But I like that.
And then she's gonna be sending us some like supplements that are like really good supplements and stuff like that. And then for me, since I have a Parasite, which I'm pretty sure I got in Mexico, I already had one before and I knew that. So I have to get rid of my Parasite, and I'm gonna do a Parasite cleanse over the full moon, which is like really interesting that that's like the best time to get rid of a Parasite. I didn't even know that.
It's when your body's low in melatonin and high in serotonin, and parasites feast off of serotonin.
Yeah.
So your serotonin levels are the highest at the full moon. So that's when you can get the most out of the medicine.
Which is so interesting. I was like,
I thought that was super interesting, but it makes sense.
Cool. So if you guys want to follow her on Instagram or even do this yourself, it's not very cheap, but for me, like my health is like worth every dollar.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I agree. It's not like terribly expensive.
It's not too bad.
You'll spend a couple $100. But for me, I
just want to feel good.
I just want to feel good. So a big one for me is like some acne. Like I've talked about it on here. I never, ever had like more than one zit on my face at a time. When she saw my scan, she's like 100% it's stress. She's like,
and there's vitamins you can take to help with stress, which I did not know, and anxiety. So like I have really bad anxiety, and certain vitamins I was low in cause you to have more anxiety. So I was like, that's interesting.
Interesting, huh? So it's just like, if anything else, it's just informing yourself like what you can do. And for me, there's some foods I was eating that wasn't helping with it. So time changes, life changes, you eat different foods, you go through different situations. So it's nice to stay on top of it and know what vitamins you should be taking, the steps you need to be taking. Also, she said 10 to 6 is like the best time to get the amount of sleep that you need. Also, looking at the sunset and the sunrise.
Or not looking at, just being outside.
Well, like being outside at the sunset and sunrise will allow your body to like
get the
greatest amount of vitamin D.
Which is so crazy. Also, have you noticed, so we've been trying to go to bed by 10 and waking up around 6. Have you noticed a difference?
Yes.
I've been so much energized.
Well, this morning I noticed a huge difference.
Yeah. It was easy to like get out of bed today.
Yeah.
Which has not been normal because I've like been so unmotivated, like
not
all
these
other things.
A while ago.
But I've even felt better since doing this.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you guys updated on our overall health because we're not taking any vitamins yet. Yeah. She's sending them to us in the mail right now. So we'll have to go check them out today.
So you have to stay updated because I'm currently trying to bulk and on a diet, so that sucks.
I know. Literally, guys, send your gluten-free faves to Dallin because he's gonna need it. I know a lot of people are gluten-free, so.
I was like, maybe Alyssa and I can both go gluten-free together. Nope. I'm alone.
I'll go gluten-free with you.
What? You've never told me that.
No, like I'll be cooking, like when we cook and stuff, I'm not just gonna like cook a meal for me and cook a meal for
whatever. You. Okay, someone brought cookies to our door this morning and she walks in, she's like, oh, look at these, don't they look so good? And I was like, yeah, it's too bad I can't eat it. And she's like, yeah. Walks away.
I forgot.
Like, are you serious? She just brought cookies, put them in my face,
I forgot.
and then walked out.
But guess what? I
And
was
then
gluten-free for a couple
2 hours
weeks.
later, she's like, yeah, I'll go gluten-free with you. Lies.
Most of the time. Like for main
Whatever.
meals and stuff.
Whatever. We'll
When
see.
I cook, I will, for
We'll see.
sure. But like I'm not just gonna like complete, because I need gluten. Like some of the things I need, like I need some certain things that are in gluten for my health, which is interesting.
That is interesting. So, if you guys find this interesting, you'll have to leave a comment, ask us any more of your questions. Maybe we can make another video if you have.
This is like a
deeper
lot of
questions.
information.
It is a
but
lot. I just found out
it was
about
cool
it.
to meet.
I just found out about it a couple months ago. I was like, Liz, we gotta do this. So we messaged her, and she could do over the phone too. She's located in southern Utah, but
We're not, so we're like probably 4 hours away from her, so
super
we just
beneficial.
did it over Zoom.
So her parents are not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I think my parents are gonna do it.
It's so interesting.
It's just, like I said,
we're like on a health kick right now.
if you don't get anything out of it, at least you get to know more about your body and what it means to fuel.
It's true. And I've been really good at working out recently, and so now doing this, I'm like feeling a little bit more motivated. I still love sweets and I still love soda. But hopefully I'll like be able to like slowly get rid of that, you know?
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought about this, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Later.
Peace out, you guys.